On Meet the Cardinals, the opportunity we have to talk to some of the Cardinals stars to find out a little bit more about them, both on and off the court. And one of the funniest guys that you'll ever want to meet, Brayon B.J. Blake. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you, Dick?
I'm doing fantastic. First, let's talk about on the court and you coming to NIC. Graduated out of Garfield High School in Seattle, and then you went south. Talk about that transition from being down in Arizona to coming up to North Idaho College.
The transition was very big. You know, Jerry Carrillo down at Cochise, he's a great coach. A lot of respect for him. He taught me a little bit the ropes about the JUCO basketball and just basketball period. And I learned a lot. And then coming from Corey has been through with high-caliber players. So just learning from both of those guys has put me in a great position this year. And I'm just trying to help my team win this year, that's all.
So you could talk about coming to North Idaho College. How did you finally make that decision that this is the place that you wanted to continue with your career?
It was actually pretty weird because I knew George through a friend. And
Coach G.
Yeah, Coach G.
Yeah.
Coach G, he actually helped me out through talking to Coach Corey and getting here. And I was out at Central Washington for a little bit with my girl, and I was working out with the basketball team, and then the coach, I guess, worked here. And then just a lot of coach talk, and it helped through for the best of us. So.
Who you know. Right?
Absolutely.
Boy, that's an awesome thing. And let's talk about going back to Pierce College, part of our preseason. The teammates from Garfield came to watch you play in that ball game. How cool was that?
Oh, it was very cool. Just see the support from my high school, and just to see those guys just tuned in watching me play. And I got a chance to talk to them once I got back home. So it was a great chance to see that and see the support from my coaches and the team now. So I always love that. Garfield is one of my best places to go. So.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your transformation here at NIC. It seems more and more the deeper we're getting into the season that you're taking more of a leadership role. Are you finding that's the case?
Yes, sir. And Coach Corey, once I first got in here, he saw that I had leadership in me, but it wasn't the correct leadership. So what he's worked on this whole season is try to get me to build the correct leadership, to give correct, good criticism, not bad criticism, saying, hey, let's go, instead of, hey, yeah, let's go, So it's been great here at NIC. I love it here, love the support, love the fans, just love the city here.
Talk about your teammates. I mean, it started off, Brian Angola was the main guy. I mean, everybody was starting to key on him, and then when the double teams came, Brian was able to find you. Talk about the connection and the teamwork that you have with Brian and the rest of your teammates.
Me and Brian, it's pretty weird because I've never been on a team like this where me and another guy has been averaging the same amount of points. So, and I don't see it on the court, because we just pass the ball so much, and I just love being a part of this team. Dick, it's pretty wild because I've been through a lot of teams, a lot of high caliber teams with high caliber players on the teams, and we don't have that many on this team. But if you see us play, we have that many on the team. So, with Sammy's a great player. Lucas, Scotty, Haywood, Kayla, I can keep going on. We just have high-caliber players that, to me, what it looks like it for me. And I just try to get my guys going because I know I can get my shot anytime, and I know they're having hard times getting it, so I just try to get them going.
A lot of times people talk about the chemistry of a team or whatever the case may be, but these guys honestly like each other.
Absolutely. When it goes off the court, we all have our tournaments and FIFA tournaments and, just 2K tournaments, just hanging around each other, just feeling that energy from each other. And I think you can't get this from nowhere else. JUCO basketball is where you bond together and you want to win. A lot of teams don't want to win. They want to do it by themselves. We want to win together. So I think that's what helps us out a lot.
Of course, the ultimate goal is Hutch.
Absolutely.
I've never been there, man. If we go to Hutch, I'll carry your bag.
I mean, I was close, but
I know.
I've never been there, so that's our ultimate goal this year. We're trying to get there.
Talk about the decision to go to the University of Idaho. That's where you decided you're going to continue your career.
Yes, sir. University of Idaho, Don Verlin, he's a great coach there, and Coach Earlywine, and we put the blueprint together, and it all lined up perfect. So, I felt good with my decision, what I made, and I'm proud to be a Vandal.
And that pressure is off, isn't it?
Absolutely. I can just go out and play now.
All right, let's talk about some of the off-court stuff here now. You're a jokester. I call you BJ, the DJ, and all that type of thing. And one thing that I've noticed, especially when move over a little bit, son. There you are. I don't want to lose you off the camera there. Kids gravitate to you. What is it about you and young children?
I honestly don't know. I really don't. My mom and my dad are different people than me. I just I just like to have fun anywhere I go. You know,
I met your mama. I love your mom.
You know, I just like people get mad at me. I say hello to anybody that walks by me. You know, just because you never know what they're going through. You know, a hello or hey might make their day. So I just like to do little stuff like that. And around kids, I feel their energy. I'm a little kid when I'm around kids. So
I know that's a firm. Doggone it. When you go home for, say, Christmas break or whatever the case may be, and I always like to ask guys because there's a go-to meal that they like, man. So if you're taking me home and your mom's gonna cook something for me,
Yeah, I mean-
but now if we could stop laughing in the house long enough to eat, what are we chowing down on?
you know, Mom, she's a great cook. You know, I've only want one meal when I go home though. But
What
my,
is it?
my favorite meal is spaghetti.
Okay.
But I don't go to my mom's cooking. I go to Ezel's on 23rd and Jackson, right in front of Garfield. You know, so that's what I get. I tell my mom every time I get off the plane, Mom, I need an Ezel's. So
Is there a table there with your name on it, or
there's a meal there with my name on it. So
It's called menu.
absolutely.
What down the road? There's a college career, and who knows what happens after that. Any thought on what you'd like to do with the rest of your life if it's not basketball?
If it's not basketball, I just want to help. If I don't have it, or if I'm close to having it, or just by doing anything in the community, I'd just love to help people. You know, I'm not the best person to give out help because I don't have it all myself, but I would just like to, just help people.
If there was one person that you could sit across the table, doesn't have to be a basketball player, it can be anybody in the history of the country, who would that person be that you'd like to sit across that table and just talk about, whether it be life, basketball, whatever the case may be? Who would that person be?
Oh, that is a very tough question. I have many going through my head right now, but I'm just going to say what I want to say. I think Jay-Z. Jay-Z is one of my idols. I look up to him because he's an iconic person. He came from the hoods, came from what I came from, and made billions out of it. You know, he's investing, he's on marketing stuff. He's just.
I mean, he was in the music, and now he's in the sports agent.
He's sports agency, and I just admire that because he came from where I came from as well. I didn't always have a good childhood back then, but I just admired that thing, and he's keeping his head forward. And even now in the new era, he's been in so many different eras. He's still up at the top. So, I think Jay-Z would be one of the guys I would want to learn from.
All right, Jay-Z. BJ. Hey, what do you think there? All right. We always like to give a shout out to everybody. I know it's your mom, and who else you want to say hi to?
Shout out to all my family back home, my immediate family, my nephew, my brother, my uncle. He's overseas right now playing basketball in Brazil. Shout out to him. He's my role model. I look up to him a lot. And just shout out to Garfields, Central District, Seattle, just 206, man. Shout out to everybody.
I was going to say, we only got a short program here. I was going to run into it. But I tell you what, maybe we'll get to Seattle. We'll try out that spaghetti sometime. Man.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. I'm telling you, it's wonderful.
My man, Brayon, BJ Blake, another edition of Meet the Cardinals.
Go Cardinals, go Vandals, man.